Archivist, y'all. Exclusively interviewing Evidence.
Archivist, hello.
The legendary producer and MC Evidence.
Legendary. What is the definition of legendary? I'm wondering about this because I've seen the legendary Roots perform, and Special Ed is a legend to me. But what is a legend to you?
A legend is someone who's made an impact in the culture of hip hop.
I know a lot of the living legends, by the way. Those are good friends. That title is uncomfortable for me. I'm a work in progress. Anyone who knows me knows I don't sit around and just not the type for a lot of self-recognition. I'd rather hear it from somebody else and somebody else tell me that they were affected by music or liked a rhyme or didn't like a rhyme. It's not usually coming from me. When I get on stage or I write a rap, there's a time and a place for everything. But me and my real life, I'm not trying to dwell on too much. If I did, I don't think I'd be here talking to you right now. Still got a long way to go, so the legend thing.
Alrighty.
Yeah, that makes me feel uncomfortable. Plus, I smoke a lot of weed, so that just really it's a weird vibe going on. The legend.
Who is the producer and MC Evidence?
Great question. Producer and MC Evidence is Michael Peretta. Don't know if there's too much different about Michael from Evidence, especially at this point in my career. I came up in Venice Beach, California, born in Hollywood, grew up in Santa Monica in a pretty nice part of town, like 11th and Carlisle or 11th and Georgina. If you know what that is, that's the north side of Santa Monica. When I grew up, that actually was like the working class of the north side, and now that's like, whew. I was blessed to live there. Parents got divorced. Similar stories happened to a lot of people around when I was 4, 5, 6. My mom didn't have enough money to keep us in that situation, so we moved to Venice, and Venice is where I saw everything and the city that really shaped me. It made me want to break dance, it made me want to skateboard, it made me want to rap, it made me want to take acid, it made me want to smoke weed, it made me want to do a lot of things, and all of those things put together have made me. My initial introduction to the making of hip hop was not through a rapper, it was through a producer named QD3, who was son of Quincy Jones, and I was just blessed by the powers that be when I moved to Venice, to move next door to this guy. So it couldn't have been anything better. Up until then I was a baseball pitcher. Really good one. If there was anything I was going to toot my horn on in life or say I had a chance, that it was definitely be a baseball pitcher. I was raised to do it. A wicked curveball, just a real nasty pitcher, and I hurt my arm too young. Around 13, 14, it started to hurt. Tried to go to 15, 16, knew it wasn't happening. Started smoking weed, taking acid, going to Venice Beach, looking for something else. Found QD3 next to me, who was producing every night. Started going over there, and from that moment on, I wanted to do rap. I didn't want to produce. Couldn't understand how he wanted to sit there all day and not be famous. Didn't want his face to be seen. Couldn't understand it. But then one day he told me, my place is behind the boards. The same way when you write graffiti, you want your work to be shown on the wall. You don't want your face to be assimilated with it. And I thought about that. It was like a revelation to me. So from that moment on, I wanted to rap and make beats. QD3 is the genesis. I had a lot of friends coming through at the time who were my good friends, like Alan Mamon, who you now know as Alchemist. My friend Willie, who is now will.i.am. My friend Ahmad, who was back in the day Ahmad. A number of dancers. Scott Kahn, who is from all the Oceans, 11, 12, 13. He is in Hawaii Five-0 right now. He played a big role in the Entourage series. He was a rapper coming through. Come My Lady, You're My Unicorn, Sugarcane Baby, that guy. Seth, he was coming through. He's been rapping before everybody. A lot of talented people all were coming to my house to somehow find out if we could go next door to QD3's house and do a demo.
Amazing. And back in the day, imagery, battle hymns, and political poetry collaborated with Redman.
Okay. Fatliners was our first group name. It's funny that Artifacts is playing right now because that's the reason we didn't do Fatliners, because Fatliners was going to be a graffiti rap group. Fat lines, markers, spray paint, whatever. A group called the Flatliners came out on Def Jam right around that time. So there was already confusion, and then right after that, Artifacts came out, wrong side of the tracks, and me and Rocka were like, we got beat to the idea. Not that they bit, they were graffiti artists from Jersey, we're graffiti artists from Cali. They beat us to the idea. So we dropped the graffiti thing. Didn't have a name for a long time, and Rocka's publishing company is called Expanding Pupils. If you're a writer, you make beats or write lyrics, you have to have a publishing company that registers your lyrics for royalty purposes. His company is called Expanding Pupils, which meant growing students, or expanding the eyes. thought about that name as a group name and it sounded too nerdy or whatever. Told it to Alchemist and he said, what about Dilated Pupils? He flipped, like he flipped samples, he just flipped the name right in front of us. Jay Rue the Damager was out at the time with Dirty Rotten Scoundrels. It sounded something like that to me. It sounded like big. We loved it that day and we called our group that. Got a deal in 94, 95, signed with Immortal. DJ Lethal and Joey Chavez did our whole album. We had Redman on it, E Swift, Exhibit. A lot of people. I was 15, man, 16 years old. And I hate the way I sound on that record. I don't play it for anybody. I've never played it for Fashion. I don't even tell anybody about it. I try to let it just be in the past as much as possible. But on the net, people seem to like it a lot, which is weird. I think I said some cool shit, but I just didn't. I was just young, and I was too influenced by Pharcyde and Hieroglyphics and all that shit at the time.
And the platform signed to Capitol Records and then on to Neighborhood Watch. Let us know about this.
Signed a Platform. Platform did over 200,000.
Okay.
Maybe even 3 to a date. Then we put out Expansion Team, which is our second record, which is our biggest record to date, which is approaching gold right now. 400 and some. You double check that when you go home. But 400, around there, scan. We had our biggest record, Worst Come to Worst, and then on our third album, the label really was adamant about us like working with another artist, doing something. If we're gonna do Worst Come to Worst, and we got the attention of MTV and the attention of the radio, let's make a song to go all the way. So they suggested Kanye West, and we did that. This way it was a big, big record. Funny, we had the biggest record of our life. We're on 106 in Park for a month straight, getting plays by DJs who wouldn't play us before in daytime, and the record didn't sell nearly as much as the one before. So it goes to show sometimes a record doesn't always sell a vision.
And let us know about your graffiti with the name Vane and your inspirations behind your art.
Name was given to me by Vision from West Coast Artists. If you're from Venice Beach, you know who Vision is. Super legend. I came up like looking up to him like I look up to KRS-One or whatever. That was like the guy to be taken in by Vision and him to say, let's find you a name, man. Let's find you something with a V because you like Vision, right? All right, let's find, you know, we're going through names. I like Vane because look at those letters. Look at the way the A and the N connect. That's hot. The E, oh man, use that. Like I got the name from my hero, so that was dope. Later on, I took on the bucket thing and that turned into something else. But Vane AWR is the genesis.
And let us know about co-production with Kanye West College Dropout earning a Grammy. Share about this awesome movie.
Probably the biggest moment for me. Definitely my biggest production moment. Second biggest. I produced the single for Reanimation, Linkin Park's second album called High Voltage featuring Pheromone. So that was big because I got the single off their album. That was huge. Kanye West is definitely the biggest thing I've ever touched. And that was just being in the right place at the right time. When we were doing the This Way song, my friend Porce had brought a sample to me where he was like, yo, they're saying Mr. Rockefeller and this shit. And I know you're working with homies, so why don't you flip this? You know, so he gave me the record, I made the beat. And one day we were just driving to the studio and I put the CD in. It's like, yo, I got this idea. Can you get this to Jay-Z for the Black Album? Because it says Mr. Rockefeller and dude's retiring. This would be perfect. Played it for him and he dug it a lot. He was like, word. I remember him telling me, you almost got the drums, man. You almost got the drums. It's dope. So he was kind of like hinting to me, the drums could have been better. Took it to the studio. Well, rewind a little bit. Got the beat. It was such a dope experience for me because this is something not many people know, and I'll tell you about this. When I brought my MPC in to work with Kanye to bring the beat in, I did it all on the MPC. But Kanye doesn't work like that. He works with the ASR-10, the music coming out of there, and then all the drums coming out of an MP, and they're MIDI'd up together. So I just did it all on one machine. I never worked like that. So when I brought the beat in, I remember Kanye hitting the pads of the MPC going, this is fucking crazy, man. You got music coming out of pads, man. This is fucking crazy. And he was just sitting there hitting the pads, bewildered that music was coming out of pads, not drum sounds. That's some ill shit. Nobody ever heard that story. So I brought the thing in, and the ill part is a Bette Midler sample, and it didn't clear. Kanye West had all the music replayed. He kept my drums, the pattern of my drums, but put his drums on top of it. Did some ill percussion shit, had people singing, players come in and do all this shit. So when I left the studio and came back and heard what he did with my shit, he really produced the fuck out of it. Like if I play you what I had to what he had, it's noticeably like way advanced. You know what I'm saying? So when he told me it's gonna be produced by me and co-produced by you, I had no qualms about that because I really felt like, dude, I couldn't have taken it this far. I wouldn't even know how to do that. So I'm proud of laying the skeleton for that. And the dope part is he did actually play it for Jay-Z. If you watch Fade to Black, he plays it for Jay-Z, and Jay-Z is going crazy over it, and he didn't use it. And then I remember Kanye saying he passed on it. We're going to prove a point. The point definitely got proven.
With the Weathermen, let us know about the albums and the history.
Yeah, that's just been something I always talk about the weather a lot. Some people think I'm clever. Others think I'm the one who makes too many references to weather or not. I'm feeling this beyond words explain. You set up a battle outdoors and prayed for rain. So I started talking about it a lot, and just when I did my first solo album, I knew that was going to be the title of it, Weatherman. My new one coming after this is called Cats and Dogs. And then I'm going to leave this weather shit alone because it's actually starting to happen. Everywhere I go, it's bad weather's been following me, and I like the sun too.
And in the Netherlands, Holland, in the building, official 101 bars freestyle off the charts. Your thoughts on this moment?
I ate space cakes that day. I look fucked up. Man, I look like I'm on drugs on that shit. I really do. I watch it back and I'm blinking a lot and I just look weird. Somebody wrote, if I took the volume off this YouTube and just watched it, I would never know the dude on the right was rapping good. And I was on the right, unfortunately. So the fact that he actually thought I was rapping good was dope. Craziest part about that freestyle, and confirm this fact, we got so much props for that freestyle that day and so much shit about it that me and this motherfucker went back to the studio and listened to a lot of that rhyme and reinterpreted it for my album. And it felt like a lot of those lyrics just couldn't even go to waste. The vibe that we were on in the Netherlands that day on those space cakes, like, how do we recreate that shit? Write it down. Say it again. It's called Same Folks now. It's produced by Babu. The video has already been shot. The video, we went to Venice Beach, California with CD Walkmans, blank CDs, and we played the role of the dudes who walk up to you and go, hey homie, you like hip hop? Check this out. And we sold CDs all day long. And I think you sold more than I did. Motherfucker.
And being a leader on the mic, producing beats, and much more. Share what does it take to be in Evidence's world.
That's deep. I'm really just emulating everything Alchemist does. That's the truth. Like, I've never looked up to anyone who is so much shorter than me in my life, you know? Like, it's just hard to it's hard to really give him his props because it's like looking right here. Like, I look right over. When I finally humble myself and figure out that he's just a midget in the presence of a giant, I listen to the music, man, and it says a lot. If I can just get anywhere near that little fucking short fuck, I'm gonna be great.
And your best beat or project that you've made by far?
Planet Asia, Place of Birth. Fuck. Love that people.
And coming soon, your album on Rhymesayers, Cats and Dogs. Share about your second release.
Made a great beat on my Cats and Dogs album called I Don't Need Love. I'm proud of that one too. I turned it in. I'm sharing the platform with some great minds here. They have a lot of ideas and ways to not just put out a record on the internet, but really capitalize off the hard work that I'm going to be putting in, make the most of it, have a career, get paid, work with other great people, build relationships. Like, going to Rhymesayers is an advanced move, whether people realize it or not. Like, it's just step your game up, A-game shit. And not even about the music so much, just presenting yourself on a day-to-day. Like, I just feel like I'm in the presence of a lot of great people. Learning a lot.
And Step Brothers with The Alchemist, what's the word?
That's the opposite of Rhymesayer. That's like just disrespect people, get weed fronted, don't pay it back, like that kind of shit.
And your best hip-hop memory you've been part of or contributed to?
Touring with Gangstar and Rage Against the Machine, with Dilated Peoples, all of us together. Oh no, my best hip-hop memory, I watched Premier make the beat for Nas's Life. Fuck all of you, I win. I mean, just on my birthday? Fuck that.
And how do you feel about hip-hop today and what needs to change?
As long as Fashion is on the stage, I'm happy.
And your biggest crowd you've ever rocked?
Hip Hop Kemp or Splash original crowd, like 30,000 some shit.
And you have anything to say to Canada?
Fucking love it. Water, skin on the women. The fact that I can just walk into a crowded place and do jumping jacks and no one's really paying me any mind. It's the shit. Graffiti, top notch. Jamaican food, West Indian food in Toronto. It's just sushi here. Victoria, what up? Love it.
And you got any shouts?
Mad Chop. Great fucking friend. He definitely will stick a knife in anybody who fucks with me, so don't fuck with me.
All right, and this is the Archivist. You already know the name, y'all.
Love it. Archivist, my man. Let's do more.